Hi guys, the JazzieNerd here. Welcome back to another episode of Magic Duels. And the reason I'm starting on this screen today is because I wanted to talk about a little bit of magic lore before I get started. Just a handful of things. First off, see this symbol right here? That is... I don't really know what to call that, actually. The best way I can describe it is that is sort of the Planeswalker symbol. It shows up on, it's shown up on a whole bunch of stuff since they added Planeswalkers to the lore. Because Planeswalkers have not always been around in Magic. They were I actually could not tell you what set they were added, and I haven't played Magic for long enough to know that. But they have not been around for as long as you probably think they were, even because they're just a staple of the game now. So yeah, the Planeswalker symbol, and actually, fun fact, there was one character in Magic who is now a Planeswalker who has been around since before Planeswalkers as the lore. So his original card just says creature dragon, not Planeswalker. Funny about that. And I'll get into it. And I'll probably talk more about him in this episode. But yay, Liliana! Eldritch Moon art. By the way, I was able to confirm that the reason why we had server issues on Wednesday is because Eldritch Moon update. So we're gonna jump back into the story. And regarding symbols again, you see the shapes of these portraits? Kind of how it's like joop, 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 arc. That's the general shape of the symbol, the set symbol for Magic Origins, which is the set this game was released sort of in tandem with. And hopefully when we get around to opening booster packs at the end of Gideon's campaign, you'll see what that symbol looks like, and it kind of looks like it could slot in right on top of the Planeswalker symbol, which I always thought was really cool. Well, I didn't always think that was really cool because I didn't always know, but I think that's kind of cool. The way they come up with these set symbols is actually really creative. Set symbols for card sets are always really quite creative. Okay, anyway, we're going to dive back into Gideon. Dive back into his campaign. Terrifying Cyclops approaches the main gate. He's not alone. You and your irregulars are the only ones who can stop the monsters from storming the city. Fail to defeat them and Akros will fall. Succeed and you'll become a hero worthy of the gods. Ooh, let's play. I actually really like Gideon. I've been reading the Eldritch Moon story. Well, he only showed up in the most recent chapter of the Eldritch Moon story because Jace walked away and picked him up, and Chandra and Nissa, and brought them all to Innistrad. But I've been reading, and I really, really, really like him. He's just an all-around nice guy. I mean, he's white, of course he is, but it's really kind of interesting the way... another one of these. I'll keep talking while we play,
powerful cards that stay on the battlefield after you cast them. They have a wide range of effects. Some boost your creatures, while others make things more difficult for your opponent. Like most spells, you cast enchantment spells during your main phase. In this skill quest, use the enchantment in your hand to win the game this turn.
Okay, well anyway, I'll get back to that in a second. So we have 4 Glory Seekers on the field. All of them are 2/2s. This guy has 2/3 Elvish Warriors. So if we swing, he's got 3 life. If we swing with all 4 of them right now, he will block 3, kill them, while he will not lose any of his Elvish warriors, one Glory Seeker will get through but not be able to take him out. On the other hand, if we drop this, Honor of the Pure, white creatures you control get +1/+1. We drop this, all of our Glory Seekers become 3/3s. They kill the Elvish warriors to try and block them. One of them gets through, kills the training drone, and we win. So, Honor of the Pure. And then it goes there because it's an enchantment that stays on the field. And then I'm just going to click attack with all because that's what we're doing, dang it. Anyway, while we wait for... whoops. Confirm attack. Anyway, so what I was saying about Gideon is, remember back in the... What the heck is he doing? Why is he double blocking? He really wants to kill one, but that doesn't make any sense. He can't win either way. He just took 3 unnecessary damage. Not that it matters, but anyway, the AI is still confusing me in this game. But anyway, what I was saying about Gideon, you remember back in the first, the text from the first battle of his campaign where it mentioned that his magic makes him resistant to physical damage? That
Auras
kind of...
are a special type of enchantment,
I'll get back to
most attached to a single creature, and affect only that creature. The enchant ability will tell you what that aura attaches to. You can target any creature with most auras. Read each one to see how it affects the enchanted creature. If it has a negative effect, you can choose to attach it to one of your opponent's creatures. If the enchanted creature leaves the battlefield, the aura is put into your graveyard. To complete this skill quest, find a way to win this turn. You'll need to use both positive and negative auras to get the job done.
Okay. We are in a very, very bad spot here. We have 4 life, he has 7 life, he has a 4/4 flyer on the field, and 2 2/1s. We only have a 1/1. But we have 2 fantastically good enchantments on our side of the field. First off, we have Pacifism, which is a time-honored magic card. It's awesome. It's been re-released in so many different versions. Choking Restraints from the most recent set. It's just so good. It just says, enchanted creature can attack or block. So obviously, we want to drop this on that 4/4. That creature's not doing anything anytime soon. The next thing we want to do is cast this. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each planes you control and has flying. And we have 6 planes. So this thing is going to become a 7/7 and can win the battle for us this turn. Why would I enchant a land? Okay, now we now have a 7/7 with flying, and his 2/1s can't do jack to stop us. So, swing! Lockstep, there's nothing he can do because flying.
Well done. One popular strategy is to use auras to make a massive threat to dominate the battlefield.
That's the way white does a lot of their stuff, or enchantments. I need to get one of those to put in my blue card deck. Some kind of enchantment that can build up a creature.
Some cards put +1/+1 counters on creatures.
Maybe
a +1/+1 counter increases the creature's power and toughness by 1. These counters stay on the creature as long as the creature is on the battlefield. If the creature leaves the battlefield, the counters disappear. In this skill quest, your opponent is about to create a massive army and obliterate you. Win this turn before that happens.
Okay. He has 4 1/1s. They're all tapped, but he's, judging from what the narrator said there, I presume that he's got some auras or enchantments or instants that can buff up all his creatures and roll right over me. So first, we drop a land for the turn. Then we drop a supply line Cranes, which has flying. 2/4 with flying. Choose a creature to get a +1 counter. Either Glory Seeker will do the trick. And then we swing with the 2 Glory Seekers. He's tapped out, he can't do anything.
Very nice. Some decks are based on casting a creature and piling on +1/+1 counters until it's an unstoppable
I know a
force.
deck that does that, and
Try
I'm
it sometime.
planning on building one like that in the future. Okay, now we finally get to the battle proper. Okay, we have Elite Vanguard, Traveling Philosopher, Great Heart, and Glorious Charge. All things you've seen before. Now I'm going to drop this land, drop this Vanguard, and get back to talking about what I was needing to talk about. Do you remember way back in the first episode of this campaign I mentioned that King's Magic makes them resistant to physical damage? Well, land enters out with tap. Okay, that's special land. Anyway, King's Magic makes them resistant to physical damage. I'm still trying to get this out. Anyway. So, one of the things, well, you fast forward a few years, and it's gone from making him resistant to physical damage to actually creating this impenetrable armor around him when he goes into a fight. So, you know, you see him wading through entire armies of bad guys, and he just comes out completely unscathed. Interesting. In my mind, that kind of sets him apart from other planeswalkers. I mean, in that he doesn't use his magic to fight, he uses magic to help him fight. I don't know. Maybe I'm just... I don't know, maybe that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. And putting in a 3/1 with Vigilance. You have Vigilance on your side of the field, not the Great Ones on the other side of the field. Putting in a 3/1. Land, dropping a land. Dropping an Eagle. The Eagle to block this. If I block this guy with the Eagle, I would be tricked. He can block me with this right now, and I feel like he will. And whatever he blocks will kill this. So, I'm just going to swing and swing. Block. Block. He's thinking he's not going to block. Traveling Philosopher attacks and what, talks him to death? kind of makes me wonder how some of these creatures actually go about their attacking. Okay. Swinging at me 3. One block with Eagle and trade a Vigilance for a Vigilance. And am I going to block with Eagle and trade a Vigilance for a Vigilance? Glorious Charge on my next turn. Attack each turn at Eagle. I suppose that could be good for us. Hold on to the creature and save it for anything. I guess that's helpful. of the pure. Play a land. And I think this is a good idea. That's an enchantment. So any more creatures I drop after this will get +1/+1. And then I should not swing with both. This thing is going to attack next turn because it has to. So I'm gonna swing with the Vanguard and hold back the traveling philosopher, who is now a 3/3, and deal with this guy. If he blocks, well then that's just all that much better for me. Good glorious charge, keep my creature. Too late. I need to remember that I can hit that stop tower. Anyway, we trade. No, he can't. He's all tapped out. Scratch that. Yeah. How did he manage to play that? I don't understand that. You know, got a 5/2 creature on the field. Do you do something about that? Okay, I can do it. Again, only 2 toughness. So, you can actually kill it fairly easily. Or Great Heart. Heart. Am I going to attack? I want to see what he's going to do with this gigantic creature. And put something else in on his turn. I have 20 life. 20 life. I'm going to swing. I can stop this guy with the heart right now. So, confirm attack. He's blocking! They're gonna trade! I was not expecting him to block. I was expecting him to try and save that thing. Rampant growth. Okay, search your library for a basic land card with 6 cards about this tapped. Okay, not much I can do, but. And. Everybody's not a fertility. Search your library for basic. He's mana ramping. Great! Oh, dear. A guy at game time last night was telling me about a deck a friend of his runs that lets him get out. It does so much mana ramp that you get out 15 mana by the 3rd turn. All I think is, oh Jesus Christ. Now 3/5 and 4/2. He has no creatures. I can glorious charge it up, swing for 9. Or I can swing for 7 and keep my instant. Either way, he has no creatures. I'm gonna glorious charge. So say, wait, what is he? I'm a moron. Summoning sickness. I'm an idiot. I'm a flipping idiot. Summoning sickness! See, here's the thing. When I play paper magic, I never forget about summoning sickness. When I play this, I forget all the time for some reason. Somebody explain to me why I can't remember a basic mechanic of the game. Hey, this'll be helpful. This will be extremely helpful. he's got another one of these things out. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying regarding Planeswalkers earlier, about how they weren't always big in Magic. Armored Ascension! Not that we need it! We really don't even need this right now. Because I can swing with all, he can only block 1. 6 damage of this is guaranteed to get through. I don't even need to play this. And I don't think I'm going to. Anyway, what I was saying about Planeswalkers. Planeswalkers are really interesting. I'm swinging with all. I don't know why I was only asking you to only swing with 2, but yeah, I mean, this is guaranteed to get through. So anyway, what I was saying about Planeswalkers, first off, Planeswalkers are not creatures. That's one thing that I always have difficulty getting through my head when I play Magic. Planeswalkers are not creatures. I kind of found that out the hard way. I was playing a game against somebody, and I had a card in my hand that said tap target creature, and I tried to drop it on one of his Planeswalkers, and Planeswalkers are not creatures. So I found that out the hard way. And Planeswalkers are really interesting cards. They actually work more like enchantments. Each one comes onto the battlefield. I only learned how Planeswalker cards work last night, so I'm trying to explain this. But each one comes onto the battlefield with a loyalty number, usually between 4 and 7. And each one has 3 abilities that you can activate by either raising or lowering the loyalty number. So I've got one that you can activate when you can add 1 loyalty counter, trigger the ability, or lose 1 loyalty counter, trigger the ability. There's usually 2 that cost a low number of loyalty counters, and then 1 that costs a lot. Some of them only have 2. Jace the Mind Sculptor has 4. And so basically, like, for example, the card that was giving me so much trouble in the match I played last night was Jace Unraveler of Secrets, which has the Innistrad. And it's got a +1 ability, which is something about drawing cards, then a -1 ability, which is also something about drawing cards, and then a -8 ability. So to use this ability, first you have to get him up to 8 loyalty counters, then you pay the -8 ability, activate that ability, and when a Planeswalker's loyalty counter hits 0, it's removed from the field. Effectively it dies, but it's not a creature, so it doesn't die. And what this Jace card's -8 ability is basically from this point onward, the first spell your opponent plays each turn is automatically countered. So if you want to get anything on the field, you're forced to play 2 spells every turn. Yeah, it's really, really tricky. That deck was crazy levels of blue-white control. Really hard for me to deal with. And I was using my own blue-white deck, but this deck is not really controlled. Control is not how you win with that deck. The mechanics of the deck are more white than blue, but the card makeup is more blue than white, so I really have to fix that if I want to keep using it. Anyway, your heroism at the gates of Akros did not go unnoticed. Heliod, god of the sun, seeks a champion to face an even greater foe. He offers you a sun-blessed spear and instructs you to destroy a mighty titan who serves Erebos, god of the dead. Okay, we are almost done with this first campaign, but before we end off, there's one other thing I want to explain, and that has to do with this symbol that's on the coins. I figured this out not very long ago, and it goes back to that one guy I was talking about who used to be just a plain old dragon creature, but is now a planeswalker. And his name is, you may have heard of him, Nicol Bolas. He is, or at least at one point, he's the oldest, most powerful being in the multiverse. Or at least at one point he was the most powerful being in the multiverse. Flamethrowers. He's not what he used to be. Definitely not what he used to be, but he is still evil, he's still conniving, he is just not a nice guy, and he manipulates planes, he has countless people on the various planes who work for him. What else do I want to say about it? But he hasn't actually shown up in the lore in a while. He played a pretty major role in the Alara block, which was in 2008. And the cool thing about the Alara block is there's books for it! Yeah, it was, there are the magic books being published for several years now. Back when Alara was going on, there were still books! And I really want to get my hands on some of those books now. I'm a happy nerd, in case you couldn't tell. There's books. Anyway, we haven't really seen much of Ebola since then. He played kind of, well, it wasn't really... He showed up in the Tarkir block, which came out only last year, but he wasn't really... It wasn't a major role, sometimes it was a minor role with a major impact. I'll be explaining that a little bit later, because Tarkir is my favorite block of Magic that I've discovered thus far. I really, really enjoy it. Now it's not time to explain it, but there will be a time to explain it later on in this LP. So, we'll be getting that. And why am I going on and on and on about a dragon who hasn't played a major role in Magic since 2008? Because this symbol on the coins is his horns. Now, why are his horns on these coins? Honestly, I find that kind of baffling. Why didn't they just put the Flamethrowers in? Well, now the thing with Magic lore is it's so complex that you can talk to you about lore, and one person will tell you one thing, and another person will tell you something totally different. Somebody told me at one point that Nicol Bolas is dead, and I found out that that's very much not true. So anyway, but one thing I did hear about Nicol Bolas that might explain why his horns are on the coins is that at least at some point in the history of the multiverse, he was the one who gave Planeswalkers their sparks. Yes. He was the one who gave Planeswalkers their sparks. And when you consider how much of a bad guy he is, all of a sudden that casts Planeswalkers as a whole is kind of not the most flattering of lights. I love lore. I think I've mentioned this before. I love lore. That's why I love Legendary Pokemon so much. That's one of the major reasons why I love the Elder Scrolls. Because lore, there's so much lore. Lore is so rich. Lore is so rich. And that's honestly the main reason why I'm starting to love Magic so much. Because it's another franchise, another game franchise. There's so much lore to look at and explore and read. And I love it. I love it so much. And that's why I like this game so much, because it's centered around the lore of Magic, unlike Duels with Planeswalkers, which is just fighting. Anyway, now that I've had done my lore spiel and my other spiels, I'm going to end this off here. I probably ended up talking this episode to be about 35 minutes or so, but anyway, I really need to kind of end this off. I will see you guys back here tomorrow when we will take on this Titan and finish up. Until then, stay jazz.